Music and the best wine. Working professionals, get ready. It's the Rewind Show and Podcast.
Hey, Miss G in a place to be. How you doing?
What's going on, Ace? I'm good. It's beautiful outside.
Man, spring in the air, baseball, all of that, man. I'm ready to go to the baseball joint and get some wine. You ever did that?
No.
What should these people be doing?
Getting their wine glasses ready and getting ready for the Rewind Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to hit you off right off the bat with something like this.
Hey.
If you are listening to this at work, hope you have a good day.
Yes.
If you're listening to this at the gym, work it out, work it out.
All right.
Yo, listen, do you know who this is?
I feel like I should, but I don't.
Uh-oh. Let you hear it.
You got me.
Let's go. You got me last week. You like the way it feel, though, right?
Yes.
When I tell you who this is.
My roller skate music.
It's called Summer Rain. Carl Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Thomas.
Okay.
Where was you at when Carl Thomas first came out?
Oh, man, you would ask me that. I don't know, probably overseas. So I'm not good on the years that people came out. It's like certain songs,
right,
to spark a certain memory or whatever. But, I don't remember.
I was in New York City.
Okay.
That song, he had a song about, his hit song about, him and his chick. She got a man and she wants to stay with them for the children. She said, but what about me?
Okay. I feel like I remember that video.
Like, dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Anyway, he's about cheating, straight cheating. I'll play it for you later. But anyway, I was in New York City, and he's on Bad Boy.
Okay.
And there was this like small truck with these bullhorns on that was in Manhattan, and it was blasting Carl Thomas out of it, promoting the Carl Thomas.
Okay.
Shout out to Bad Boy and the team, street team, for doing that.
Okay.
Listen, we want to welcome everybody out. Listen, if you're checking us out on iTunes and all that, welcome out.
Cheers.
If you're checking us out on the internet, we want to make sure you check us out at bupodcasting.com.
Cheers.
But if you're checking us out on YouTube,
salud.
Welcome out.
Hey. So, hey, good people. It's your girl, D the Divine, welcoming you to the Rewind Show. And that's my guy, Ace, over there.
Yes. Listen, we're coming to you live from the Self-Advancement Center, BU Podcasting Studios. Shout out to Futuro up in New York City. Listen, we're here in Akron in the Summit Art Space Building, downtown Akron, for all things Ace and Miss D, 3D, right? Wine and Music also, you can check us out on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Please subscribe.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. So the Rewind Show is a working professional podcast where we listen to old school music while enjoying a mysterious bottle of wine. We also have a segment called The Wine Chat where we discuss topics from various impactful books and topics that will help our working professionals get over the midweek hump.
Yes.
We are music,
all right,
wine, conversation, and
a good time. Yes.
Yo, Ace, what we drinking?
So listen, I love the way you said mysterious, right? We got this from wine.com. You can get a membership on wine.com as well. Red Car Rose of Pinot Noir, 2021. Rose from Sonoma Coast. Am I saying that right? You ever heard of that? Sonoma?
No.
Sonoma Coast County, California. Sorry for my California people. This is a lovely, light and bright wine that shows off crisp coolness of the coast, intervening elegant layers of grapefruit, orange, and wild strawberry. This is called Red Car Rose of Pinot Noir 2021. Red Car Rose is a company as well. All right, and listen, before I even go further, there's a lady that does a type of rewind show, and she actually does something similar. As we're gonna give you a name and shout out, maybe we can partner. But she actually do a little taste before her show.
Okay.
This is for you. Let's taste and see what you got. What's your first impression?
Okay.
What you thinking?
It's like
Grapefruit, orange, and wow.
Hitting me back
Hitting
here.
you back there? That's that grapefruit.
Yes. And so for me, like, I love grapefruit. I don't know, this wine, I'm trying to think what I would even pair with it. I don't know.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
Chocolate-covered pretzels, maybe?
But do you like it? You don't want to go on record, do you?
Oh, I mean, you know,
She don't like, listen. I tried to get something that was not too dry. So it's kind of got a dryness. So she said chocolate-covered pretzels.
Yes.
I'm going with peanuts.
You would. You trying to kill me. See, he is always trying to kill me.
I'm going with peanuts, though. I know she has a allergy to peanuts, right? But this right here, have you ever had peanuts? Or you had to eat peanuts to find out that you...
So the crazy part about it is my nut allergy is a pregnancy-induced allergy. And I know some people may not think that exists, but like the very first cookie I learned how to make was a peanut butter cookie.
Okay.
I used to eat walnuts, cashews, pistachios, all of that. And I want to say after I had my second daughter,
You couldn't do it no more.
no.
So listen, I'm thinking cashews.
Okay.
So you used to like cashews, you just can't deal with them no more.
Right.
I'm thinking cashews. Listen, cashews and popcorn.
Okay.
Watching
Baseball
a baseball. I'm thinking baseball. We got to go down there. Hey, if you're in Akron, the Guardians have a minor league team called the Rubber Ducks.
Yes.
The Rubber Ducks, you know what the ducks come from?
No.
It's not a rubber ducky. It's the air ducts from the rubber plants.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes, so
Okay,
Yep.
makes sense.
on the main street, come check us out. Listen, we're going to give this a thumbs up.
All right.
I'm going to give this a thumbs up. All right, hold on. Let me set this over here
Okay.
and get ready for what we really came here to do.
Yes.
Get your wine glasses ready. It's time for the weekly wine chat on The Rewind Show.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So listen, today, you already know we are the podcast for the working professionals.
The working professionals.
Working professionals.
Working professionals.
Professionals. All right. So listen, we're calling this segment here the Success Ladder Syndrome.
Ooh.
The Success Ladder Syndrome.
Ooh, man.
So with the Success Ladder comes a lot of stuff that comes with it, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I got 4 topics we can talk about loosely.
Okay.
Burning out, right? Never being satisfied, right? Unrealistic expectations coming from family, co-workers, even people that your friends, and then losing friends.
Woo!
These
Talk
are
about
all
it. Talk about it.
Success, stuff that comes with success that may not be good, but it's a syndrome. It comes with success. It don't necessarily have to, but when I come in and I talk about the week, your girl, first of all, tell these people what you do.
Oh, man. So I am fortunate enough to be the business owner of ANR3 Consulting Firm. We provide operational solutions for businesses. So everything from when your doors open to the business to when you say salute to a customer or staff member, all things operations, that's ANR3 Consulting Firm.
Okay, so that's what she does. And so when we talk about success, we actually talk about different things. You can burn out, right?
Yes.
You can not only burn out, you can feel like you're never satisfied. Like we were talking about being a certain way. And we have a lady just come in, Kat McDaniel, come in from, I don't even have you on screen. You could scoot that mic up a little bit.
Hey.
Let me turn her in. Hold on. Let me give her applause. Hold on. Let me set her up. Oh my goodness. She left the door. Close the door though. Close the door. Yes.
It's all right.
Let me see. This gives us the opportunity to work this out. Go ahead, lift that up. Say something. Let's hear it.
Testing. Good morning.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kat McDaniel.
All right.
All right. Yep. So we got Kat McDaniel in the building. Listen, Kat McDaniel is our co-host.
Yes.
For the Akron Community Voice. Tell us a little bit about what you do over there.
Okay. Well, for Akron Community Voice, it is basically it's what used to be the Center Talks. So it is a community talk show. We bring on business owners, artists, organizations, creatives.
Yeah.
Pretty much we're the voice of Akron. So
right. For 9 years. Give it up for that.
For 9 years.
So today, I don't know if you heard, we're talking about the success ladder syndrome.
Okay.
Stuff that you get when you're successful in business. We're talking about burning out. Mm-hmm. We're talking about never being satisfied oneself. And then unrealistic expectations from your boss, from supervisors, from your fam.
Right.
And then ultimately losing friends.
Wow.
So the success ladder syndrome. Okay, so now listen. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about the more successful you get, the more likely you may be burning out. Kat, what you got to think about that? What you got to say about that? Do you burn out once the higher you get out? You think you could burn out? Yeah,
I think you definitely burn out because the more you put on your plate, you want to. A lot of people can't compartmentalize a lot of different things. So you tend to take on 10 different projects because you want to gain all this exposure or, that newfound success. But with that comes a lot of responsibility. You never know. You get that promotion to work. It comes with maybe new staff that you had to handle, a whole nother sector or side of business that you haven't had to go into. So we tend to take on so much stuff. So you can definitely burn yourself out because you're wanting to be the best and successful. But then with that, a lot of people do tend to get imposter syndrome. So I was just talking about that with a friend.
What elaborate on imposter syndrome?
So it's basically when you reach a level of success, but you don't, in your mind, you don't feel like you belong there. So you start to feel like, are these people just seeing this in me?
Yeah.
And is this what I am? And you kind of don't embrace the fact that this is your new level. This is who you are. It's just another layer to you.
Sounds familiar to me.
It becomes that imposter syndrome. You think like, I'm in this room. I don't even know if I belong in here.
I'm an imposter.
Do these people know me? Do they know that I'm not even all the way there?
Yeah.
But they believed in you and they believe in what you become, and you're just not wrapping your mind around it.
Wow, that sounds a little bit familiar, Miss 3D. Miss 3D. Listen,
man,
burning out. Talk about it.
Ooh, burning out. So for me, it was twofold, right? Because being in the military, like you're a soldier all day long. Like that's it. There is no shut off. And so I never got out of that mindset. So when it came to the job, that's all I did. I was always focused on work. Anything that I was doing could be turned into an opportunity. Being a director of operations, it's a numbers game. So it's like, okay, any event that I can go to, I might be going for myself personally, but let me see if I can capitalize on this for the job. And not having that 9 to 5. That's like how they say, with too much is much is required. Yeah, much is expected or required or something.
Yeah. Didn't Peter Parker's dad tell him that?
That's not where I heard it, but it is definitely a saying.
He said that as a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Too much is given.
Much is required.
Much is required.
Yes.
As he was dying. Uncle Ben.
But yeah, so I mean, I think that the burnout was definitely real because I didn't have a shut-off valve. So it was just like, okay, I didn't know where Dania ended and work started. I didn't know where work ended and mom started. Like it was all just merged together.
It doesn't end.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just became a problem. I literally had to get into a car accident and end up with a concussion in order to shut it down. It was like I didn't shut myself down, so I got shut down.
I definitely understand how you feel that way. But I look at things, to me, being satisfied is just being complacent. Once I'm in a place, I think I'm always, if I'm somewhere in my business or if I'm looking to move on in the company, I think I just don't ever want to be satisfied where I am right there. I want to just make sure that a year or two from now, like I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm stretching, I'm able to move up, move forward. So in that space, I'm never ever really satisfied. I'm always wanting to know, like, how can I advance? Because that's the whole point of me. In my trek for world domination, it's part of it. It's like I literally have to be like, leave a rep. But that's exactly how I look at it. Like, just never be satisfied. Always be looking for the next thing. And plus, the way the world is, I look like if you're not in control of your future, that means whoever puts you in that place is in control of your future. So if you think you're going to be here for 5 years, but they're like, I only want you here for a year and a half to train some new people, and then you're out of here. So you got to be a few steps ahead. Like, I want to figure out where's the next place that I'm going to be satisfied. Where's that money going?
It's like being in control of our own destiny.
Definitely.
Miss 3D.
Oh man, so I gotta come with the spin on words, right? Because I feel like there's a fine line between being satisfied and being content. So when I think about it, I'm looking at satisfied from a standpoint of, I ate this meal, I'm full, I'm satisfied. I look at satisfaction as a moment kind of thing. I feel like content is when you're stuck and you're just in the lazy river. So, in trying to strive for more or have better, I feel like when you end up in a lazy river, everything falls apart. Like how they say you shouldn't drive the same way to work every single day, because then eventually you're driving on autopilot. And I'm pretty sure there have been people that have just woke up and realized, like, oh dang, I made it to work today. You should get off an exit sooner or exit later or whatever the case may be to keep your mind constantly going. So I feel like you should always be striving for better, not necessarily more.
And so listen, and so even what we're thinking about in the topic is the success ladder syndrome. You guys literally, one of the points was never being satisfied, right? That's not bad or good, because I was thinking about it from a perspective of bad. You guys were talking about in the spirit of advancement, which is still part of the syndrome. Always looking forward. All right, unrealistic expectations about your job from bosses or family, or now that you got you're making a couple extra dollars, maybe your kids want some extra stuff, or maybe your wife want a new car and ordered it off of a book or somewhere. I don't know. Maybe.
Shots fired.
Yeah. So no, but I'm saying unrealistic expectations, right? Okay, so I remember when I was working with Be Me, the CEO, Trabian Shorts, what's up, Trabian? He would email in the middle of the night, and I would hear the bing, bing, and I would get a snap, and I would answer it, try to finish, and I used to be like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
And I think you talked about this. He gets it when he gets it. But it wasn't necessary given to me to do it in the middle of the night. But it took me like the first year to understand that ain't what I was supposed to be doing. I was thinking, man, this guy has some unrealistic expectations. But then I realized, as the big dog, he has some expectations he put on himself. If he's still working while everybody's sleeping, maybe his clock is a little different.
Yeah.
He told me about the 5 o'clock club, how people get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start work. So then by the time 9 o'clock come, the dog ain't chasing them as much. They pretty much. And so for me, being able to understand that the expectations that's coming my way, I put them on me and I signed up for them. And the unrealistic expectation tends to come from family. For me, unrealistic expectations. So I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but I ain't got no money to loan you. Sorry.
You know what?
Let me hold something.
This guy, right.
All right, Ms. D, what you think? Unrealistic expectation. You could talk about it from any perspective.
Oh man, I feel like, Unrealistic expectations. I think I was the biggest perpetuator of unrealistic expectations. From a standpoint of, I had the false narrative that I expected everybody to reciprocate what I gave. So being an individual with a big heart, being caring, always being there. If you need me, shirt off my back, I got it for you. $2, you got $1.
If you need me.
All of that, you know what I mean? And just realizing that everybody doesn't operate, the way that you do. So being a giving person is my lane, but I got my feelings hurt a lot, doing more, expecting the bare minimum of loyalty. Like, my level of bare minimum loyalty is not the same for everybody. So that's why I don't like the term common sense, because I feel like you have to have some type of foundation in common in order for it to make sense. So yeah, I got hit with a lot of that.
Wow.
Unrealistic expectations.
I feel you with that, expectations with people, because again, I had to learn, you need to meet people where they are in life and then leave them where they got you effed up.
Right.
So I tell people that because that's true, because I was the same. I used to be like, why? In love and in a relationship or whatever, you just like, why am I giving?
Right.
And some people they aren't equipped to take or receive or to reciprocate what you give out. And that you had to understand, like, meet this person where they are and understand them where they are. And like, when they have you messed up and you feel like your cup is dry, and it's you dangling in front of them and they just looking at you with a smile like, you got any more for me?
Right.
And you got to know that that's where you leave them, where they got you messed up. But my unrealistic expectation used to come too from what I would put on myself. Like, I used to put on myself, like, you strive to want to be this person, or if you got this new position, or if you got something, you want to be like, I don't want this person to believe that they believed in the wrong person. Right. So let me make sure that I'm gonna do this, and the third.
Yes.
And you get to a space where it's just like if you go into a room and you think, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and clean my whole house. And you can just go through the house in the morning, like start pulling everything out and getting all this, and then you look at everything and just be like, and you're overwhelmed and you don't get anything done.
Right.
So those expectations that you put on yourself, it happens in work, because you'll hit a wall. You'll just go. You have to learn balance. And that's what I teach in my class as well with my clients on employment. Like what companies look for in clients. They want that person that's a workaholic. So they want to hear that you're going to work. You're going to perfectionist. You're going to stay until 2 at night, 2 in midnight or after midnight and get this job done just because you want it done. Right. And they'll expect those things from you because that's what you said you can do.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to put that but in there. I am a workaholic, but I start to see how that affects my mental, how it affects my family. So I have to learn my boundaries. Yes. I would love to be a quality person in this team without ruining or basically hitting that wall. Yes. So you're not going to be productive at all. So you have to learn how to say, I'm available for overtime Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right. Tuesday and Thursday is my day, and that's it.
All of that.
And just be that person.
You hear that?
I love that.
Yeah, I'm available for overtime only on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, that don't work for me. But
I'm just saying, I know.
But that comes the success ladder syndrome that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even what you're saying, that sounds great, but it don't work for me. Yeah. I got a my day, and that's Thursday.
Well, you got a my day, so that's your day you're not available.
Several.
No, I'm just saying that's your day that you're not available.
I want the Cat McDaniel of my day.
I want it too. I don't even have that. I teach it, but I haven't hit it yet.
So real quick, we're talking about the success ladder syndrome.
Yes.
The success ladder syndrome. And with the success ladder syndrome, we talked about burning out. We talked about never being satisfied. We talked about unrealistic expectations. There's an article, right, that I found. The article is on Harvard Business Review. It's called The Unsuspected Consequences of Success. It says, don't do victory laps. Right?
What?
They said, don't do victory laps.
Oh, wow.
A recent study shows that judge expressive winners as arrogant and like you the bomb. So don't do victory laps. If you winning, just be winning. So, but what happens? People stink up the joint when they're doing that victory lap. All right, here's another one. Focus on the value you bring, not winning per day, right? So you don't be like, yo, we just knocked that contract out. They're saying don't do that. All right, stay in the here and now. They're saying when we appreciate the future reactions from others, this may actually, when we anticipate, future reaction from others, this may actually prevent us from achieving and maintaining what it is you were supposed to be doing. Like, yo, they're gonna give me that raise when I knock this out. And you're so busy looking at that. It's like we're looking at next week's opponent, but we overlooking the Browns this week. And also reach higher. Finally, when we are at the summit of our careers, we may become bored. We may become, what's the word you use? Complacent.
Yes.
And so you should reach higher. Listen, all of those can be read at the Harvard Business Review. It's called The Unsuspected Consequences of Success, which brings us to my final point. Losing friends.
Now, you know what?
Go ahead.
I don't know if I agree with everything that Harvard had to say. Because burnout is so real, I do feel like you need to celebrate those small wins. Just don't sit in it.
Oh, well, no. They're saying you can celebrate small wins, but don't do victory laps. Victory laps is it's been 3 days afterwards and you still posting about it.
No, we not
it's
doing
2
that.
weeks later, you still posting about it.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Yeah, so this, and we're only talking about, of course, stuff we doing in business.
Right.
Because, you know, I've been posting Jill Scott for the last 3 weeks. I've been just saying.
You know what?
All right. So losing friends, right? You get to a certain spot in success, we could lose friends, and sometimes it's not because we're successful. It's perspective.
Yes.
Have you ever lost a friend because you was moving forward and they didn't want to move forward?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it real quick. Give me a quick example. Miss
Okay.
D. Oh, Miss Cat. Go ahead, Cat.
Yep. Friends and family. I say friends and family.
Okay.
Sometimes when you progress in life, some people look at you like you're moving outside of the normal. But like the saying says, if you want something different, you have to become something different. You are moving intentionally because you want an intentional change in your life. And if that is progressive and forward, and that means you need to go, instead of going to the club, you want to go to networking events. Instead of, hanging out with your friends at their house, drinking, gossiping, you stay at home making vision boards. Everybody doesn't align with that, so they think you're moving different. So you have to just, like I said, meet that person where they are and leave them where they have you messed up, because you got to move on.
Oh, man.
All right, what about you?
So for me, like, I've had it in quite a few different areas. So when I'm sitting underneath someone and I'm gleaning from them, right, I'm absorbing everything that you have to give to me. But I'm such a fast learner in the way that I maneuver that I'll take what you give me and then I'll put it on steroids and turn it into something totally different. So then it becomes a problem. I mean, I had an individual that I was cool with. I told her about a company. She applied. I ended up applying after her, and she stopped speaking because I got promoted over her. But what's for me is for me, right? I mean, so it was just frustrating. Or having friends and then getting into a relationship and, they're still maneuvering the way that they used to be. It's just like, oh man, I've lost friends. Or I'll say there were people that I thought that were my friend, especially when I was down, when I was going through, the struggle was real and they liked me there. But once I shook the dust off and I stood up, it's like, oh yeah, no, I don't. It's like, wow, really?
All right. So, I don't know if I've lost friends per se. I think I've gained some.
Okay.
Now, here's my thing. They're not friends, though. Let me be honest with you.
It's true.
Here's the thing. Do I see myself when I think of a friend? Here's what I think of: a football game, a baseball game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because a football game is, I'm 100% is into the football game. And do I want to be sharing my most vulnerable? I'm yelling at the TV screen with just anybody.
Okay.
I'm usually buying the wings and the frosty beverages.
Okay.
Now, baseball, I'm relaxing. I don't care who wins. It's a day off. I'm relaxing. Do I want to spend that with somebody who's going to be talking business all day?
Oh.
I'm talking about a friend.
Yeah.
Right? And so, no. I have a couple people that I would share that with,
Yeah.
So, for me, I only have a couple, so I've gained a couple friends in workspace, but not friends. So I guess I could say I gained some colleagues,
Okay.
Okay, well.
but not friends.
So you don't think you lost any?
I don't think I've lost any. I don't think I lost them yet, but I think what happens is, maybe I lost them, but then they just call me when they think it can leverage their leverage.
So they weren't really friends.
Check-ins.
No, there wasn't. But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so then
So I was like,
technically
you
didn't
never
lose
lost
them.
any friends,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but
You know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes you what is it? Tyler Perry that said that there's people that are going to attach to you, and they release off like boosters on a rocket ship.
Yeah.
That means they took you as far as they can go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then you just
yeah.
continue on.
But for me, that always happens, and
It's
I look
gonna
at
happen.
it like I am the space shuttle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Get on,
Definitely.
Yeah.
right? And I don't expect you. However, even me and my brother, when we call people our brothers, we expect you to stay on. I got a couple people that's brothers that stayed on.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them for a month. They still the same people.
Right.
But then you call a brother or your friend in a month, there's an issue.
Yes.
Ooh, so brothers and friends, we know that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely know that's different. I feel like if you have a friend, the way that you know that you have a friend is good or bad. They're going, in the bad times, they're there to listen, and the good times, they're there to applaud. But you have to pay attention to those friends who get quiet when you start going on.
Yeah.
So if you start going in success, and those friends that was always, but you don't hear them no more, or they don't clap, but they'll tell you about something they heard, that's not a
Right.
friend.
So
Yeah.
listen, the success syndrome, success ladder syndrome, burning out, never being satisfied, unrealistic expectations, and losing friends. One more time.
Oh, man.
All right. So next we have, you know what it is. Hold on, let me set you up for you, loveliness. Hold on.
Helping you get over the midweek hump. It's the weekly playlist on the Rewind Show.
Oh, hey.
All right, so listen, you know what it is, the weekly playlist curated by Miss 3D, the divine, the dancing Dania herself.
Yes,
Listen,
yes,
to help you
yes.
get over the midweek hump. I'm going to set you up really lovely.
All right.
And I look forward to this.
Yeah.
Kat McDaniel, she be playing some bangers. So let's see what you got for us this week.
All right.
Oh, come on, Camp Low. There's nothing but Lucchini flowing from the air, you know?
This is it.
What?
Lucchini
East Coast stand up.
Let's get rich.
What?
The Cheeky Vines and Sugar Dimes can't quit.
What?
Now pop the crocus in the Vega.
You tell me what they're
What?
talking about, though.
What?
Listen to this.
What? Introducing Phantom of the Dark. Walk through my heaven with levitation from reefers, drenching defense and E7 showboating with Rugers, flash vines, Belafonte Jigger. Let's skate for
What did he
this
just
work
say?
as we confiscate your figures.
Casanova Brown, levitating Jiki and Ashiki's a Lahada car, 54, chasing diamond runners headed. The big
Okay.
chiller down.
I'm here vibing. Like, hold on,
I
don't cut off our
love
jam.
listen, these two dudes were dope. Take me to your house of pleasure.
From the knuckle swat, shadow boxes catching black eye blue.
I play the D4.
What?
Sensations at the Monte Gras, we screaming Chiba.
Yo, this was dope. So what else we got?
Smoke out. The
Okay.
Oh, come on. Souls of Mischief. Oakland stand up. This is how we chill from 93 till. Wait, this is how we chill from 23 till.
Right.
Sometimes it gets a little hectic out there. But right now, we gonna up you.
Your man's a midget. They would beat that out now.
They
Yeah, you
would.
can't
They
say
would
it.
beat that out.
Yeah.
Your man's a small person.
Down in sound right.
Good vibrations. Oh, you coming. You better not mess this playlist up. All right, what else you got? What else you got? Oh, come on. Come on. First of all, let me tell you right now. May 18th, Atlanta, Georgia. Mary J. Blige and your girl, Lauryn Hill.
This May
Busta
18th.
Rhymes. Method Man. One time. East Coast stand up. New Jerome stand up. New Jerome.
It's been 3 weeks since you've been looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again.
Remember when he told you
He was about the Benjamins
like you ain't him,
and give him a little trim to begin.
Had
All right. We got Dania Hill over here.
All right.
Ready for the last one?
Yeah, you doing good. You better not mess this up. Oh, sip the juice. Rakim the God MC. Sip the juice.
I got enough to go around.
Yes. Oh,
I grew up on the sidewalk.
yo, the God MC.
I go to Queens for Queens to get the food from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Money in Manhattan and never been
Okay.
took.
Know the ledge. This straight from Juice.
Yup.
Time to build my juice back up.
All right, so what all you got? I love your playlist this week.
All right. So we got This Is It by Lucchini, 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief, Do Wop by Lauryn Hill, and Know the Ledge by Eric B. and Rakim.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Hold on.
From the color purple to Friday and love and basketball, it's the movie pick of the week.
All right, so here's y'all. This is what I got to do. I'm gonna recite this movie. If you know what it is, tell me who it is. Tell me what it is, and then you win the prize.
Prize.
All right, all right.
Bragging
this is
rights.
a Send My autobiographical, biographical, sorry,
Yes.
portrait of a school teacher, her stubborn jazz musician husband, and their 5 kids living in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Give it up.
There
Oh.
it is.
You can't mess around with Cat McDaniel.
Brooklyn. That was my stuff.
Director
That was
Spike
the movie.
Lee.
Yes.
Alfred Witter was in it, and your boy who don't get old, Delroy Lindo,
Ah.
is in there. Listen. Have you guys Googled the young lady who played the part in Crooklyn as an adult?
She doesn't act. I think she's a nurse. What?
Yeah, she's beautiful though.
Yeah, she's
The
amazing.
baby girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So listen, this movie
she's
is
my movie.
available on Hulu
Okay.
and Prime, Amazon Prime.
Okay. Hey.
All right, so listen, we got Cat McDaniel in the building. Thank you for stopping through.
Anytime. Thanks for having me, guys.
When can we see our show? Now, for the record, me and her on the same show. This is our community effort. This is our hair down effort.
Yeah.
Right.
Cat, you're welcome to come back anytime you want to come back. You
anytime,
already know.
you
You
know.
already know. You already
I was
know.
up. I'm like, let me come through.
Hey. Welcome to the party.
All right, so listen, we want to thank you for listening. See you guys next week. On my left, my name is ASAP. That is,
Cat McDaniel.
and that is.
3D, like, share, subscribe.
All right, we'll check you guys out.
Check out the BU Podcasting community at BUpodcasting.com.